Welcome back. Casey Campbell here with Great Lakes Post. We're pleased to be joined by, it's a new face. It's RJ Starcevic. We've tried to get him on for so long. Now it's finally here. We got something to talk about. Xfinity and truck schedules were revealed today. First off, RJ, how are you?
I'm great, man. How are you? Glad to be here.
Okay, of course. All right. First off, before we get into the schedules, where can people find you?
People can find me as I was just the first place would be on Instagram. I run a page called NASCAR Report. That's kind of been my big thing. That's like propelled everything the past 5 years. It's been crazy. So, you can find me on there. You can find me on Twitter at RJ Starcevic. And you can also tune in weekly to the Drivers Meeting podcast I do with Tommy Joe every week. We usually try to bring as much fun guests on as possible, do some fun things on there. So those are the main places you can find me around the NASCAR.
You got Jesse Love this week.
Yes, sir. Had Jesse Love on yesterday. So it was a great episode. The youngest champion, youngest winner in NASCAR history. I mean, it's crazy. The kid's only 16 years old.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay, so the Xfinity and truck schedules were released today. We'll get to all the changes in just a moment. First, kind of going through there, similar to what the Cup schedule is for the first part of the season. Daytona. We'll start with Xfinity. Just reading off here. Daytona Auto Club on February 26th. March 5th, we're at Vegas. March 12th, Phoenix. March 19th, Atlanta. COTA, March 26th. It's pretty consistent with the Cup schedule. Richmond, April 2nd. Martinsville, April 8th. Talladega, April 23rd. Dover, April 30th. Darlington on May 7th. Texas, May 21st. Charlotte, May 28th. But the biggest change of the schedule is happening on June 4th. And that's when for the first time in over 20 years, the Xfinity Series will be returning, and NASCAR will be returning to the Pacific Northwest at Portland. Of course, Portland International Raceway. You may know that's where the Indy cars race. Also, ARCA West raced there earlier this year. What are your thoughts about that, man?
Portland, I'm excited. It's unfortunate to see, Xfinity at Mid-Ohio be taken off. The trucks will head there, though. I'm sure we'll note on that in a little bit, which is great. But I personally didn't get to watch the whole races of IndyCar and ARCA West this year. I got to see the finishes, the starts of both. I got to talk when I was talking to Alexander Rossi like a few weeks back. I think it was like a few weeks before Portland. He was really excited about going there. Number one, because I guess he's pretty good there. And number two, I guess he just, like the atmosphere of the place, the fans coming there. So hopefully it'll be a hit. I know the Xfinity Series is always going to put on a pretty great show at road courses and really anywhere. I love the Xfinity Series, but I think it's great. You don't see too many changes throughout the Xfinity schedule, like you were saying, but that's like the big one. We're going to Portland for some road course racing, and I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, continuing on, Nashville will be on June 25th. Road America will be back July 2nd. Atlanta, July 9th. New Hampshire on July 16th. Pocono, July 23rd. Indy Road Course on July 30th. Michigan will be on August 6th. Watkins Glen, August 20th. Daytona, August 26th. As I said earlier, the other change is that Richmond on the Xfinity Series schedule, trying to find it. Can't seem to find it, but I know it is earlier in the year. Oh yeah, there it is. Got it. It'll be sometime in April, as I mentioned, April 2nd. So that's the Richmond date moves up from the spring date, fall date to that. Really no other changes with that. But the playoffs, as I said, Daytona, August, playoffs start at Texas Motor Speedway. And then it'll go as follows. Of course, Daytona, Darlington, Kansas, Bristol. The playoffs will be Texas, Talladega, Charlotte, Roval, Las Vegas, Homestead, Martinsville, Phoenix. So that's really where it's kind of going to be at. But overall, what do you think?
I think it's a great schedule. I mean, I think they did, last year was really the big year for all the changes. So we didn't expect a ton this year, and they moved around some races. We got Homestead back in the playoffs, which I think is great. Obviously, being a Florida native, I love that Homestead's back in the playoffs. We'll get to go there. And you got Kansas, which is kind of moved up. In the schedule for the Cup Series, it'll be in the first round. For the Xfinity Series, it'll be right before the playoffs. So I love that first round for, the Cup Series, Darlington, Kansas, Bristol. I think that's, a really dynamic round full of, you got to, your basic mile and a half track, you got short track at Bristol, and Darlington's just its own beast, so I think that'll be really cool. But overall, for the Xfinity series schedule, I like it. Good amount of races. I feel like they're placed in good spots as well. I'm really interested in how Atlanta is going to be for the Xfinity series. Like we know what's being built for the Cup series, really the next gen and all that, the packages, things like that. So I'm just very curious how like the Xfinity series and Truck series are going to drive on that track. And I know it's probably going to be very fast.
Oh yeah, big time. So a lot of the changes are going to be not a lot of changes on the Xfinity schedule, but the truck schedule, that's where you see the changes to that. Of course, not really starting out Daytona February 18th. Everybody knows that. Las Vegas will be on Friday, March 4th. Atlanta, March 29th. COTA, March 26th. Martinsville on Thursday, April 7th. So a big change there. That Martinsville truck race goes from the fall this season. We haven't even raced there, and then it will go to the spring next year. So that's the first big change. Bristol Dirt will be Saturday, April 16th. Probably going to be a night race. Obviously, we all know what happened there. Trucks are back at Bristol Dirt. No Bristol Dirt for Xfinity. Darlington, May 6th. Kansas, May 14th. Texas on Friday, May 20th. Charlotte, May 27th. And then the trucks will be joining the Cup Series on its WWT Raceway weekend date. So while Xfinity is in Portland, the Truck Series is back at Gateway with the Cup Series. So, but then here's the big one. Sonoma, first time since 1998 that the trucks are going back to Northern California. How about that?
I think that's a really cool move. Trucks at Sonoma. We haven't seen anything else at Sonoma really besides the ARCA West series when they had there with the Cup series, and especially having a race, in the middle or right at the beginning of June for the Truck series at Sonoma. I feel like they're able to put on some great road course racing, and it'll be very different. It'll be another fresh race for the Truck series and for fans to watch. So I know that's probably going to put on a very good show.
For sure. Knoxville is back June 18th. Nashville, June 24th. For the first time ever, the trucks are going to Mid-Ohio. Of course, the Xfinity Series has gone there for that time. Of course, now they're going to Portland. Mid-Ohio needed a series, so the trucks are heading there on Saturday, July 9th. How about that?
I think it's great. Like I noted, it was Mid-Ohio's gone from the Xfinity Series schedule. It was kind of unfortunate there, but hey, we replaced it with the truck race. The Truck Series is going to go there, and I know IndyCar puts on great races there as well, and I'm sure it's going to be just another great road course race. 2 new road course races on the Truck Series schedule. You got Sonoma and Mid-Ohio, so I think both have the ability to put on some pretty great racing for the fans.
I might have to go down there for that weekend. I don't know. Maybe not sure. I know bits and pieces of the ARCA schedule were also released. So for that, but who knows what will be down. I know there's going to be some other series that are going to be joining them. We could see ARCA. We could see the Stadium Super Trucks go down there as well. I know that Mid-Ohio just released their schedule for next season. IMSA will be there in May. IndyCar will be. It's 1 week after the IndyCar weekend, so that'll be fun. Actually, the Road to Indies there this weekend at Mid-Ohio, so that'll be fun. The cutoff race for the trucks will be Saturday, July 23rd at Pocono. So that will be interesting for sure. But I think the biggest news of the day is obviously we knew about Portland, but we didn't know about this. For the first time in a very long time, I know that people have been wanting this and wanting this. Do you just want to say it?
Well, I'll say it. The Truck Series is heading back to the Lucas Oil Raceway at Indianapolis. It's going to be so much fun. I mean, we saw the SRX Series go there this year, and it's pushing. I mean, they've been pushing to get something back at the Lucas Oil Raceway and NASCAR. And me personally, I'm so excited to see this because I felt like it was just meant to be. The only series we didn't have at the Indianapolis weekend, this big Indianapolis weekend, was the Truck Series. And why not get them on a good old short track right there at Lucas Oil Raceway, add it to this weekend, and they finally did it. So I'm so excited for that. So excited for the Truck Series. Going to be some great short track racing, hopefully under the lights as well.
I think it will be. I mean,
Should be. Yeah. Friday night under the lights.
Probably. Yep.
Nothing better than that.
Yep, Saturday, of course, and then that will actually kick off the playoffs for the Truck Series. Yeah, so that will be there. Richmond, Kansas, Richmond on August 13th, Kansas on Friday night, Bristol September 15th, Talladega, Homestead, and then Phoenix to end the year. But overall, this Truck Series schedule's got to be something. But this is probably the highlight of the day.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking around on this Truck Series schedule, the dates, and I'm seeing, like, me personally, nothing's bad. Not much is better than a Friday night truck race, on a nice Friday night. And you got a lot of races on here that are going to be Friday nights, a Thursday night here and there. And I think I'm really excited about the Truck Series. It's going to be a lot of short track racing, a lot of crazy mile and a half racing. You noted how Pocono's like the playoff cutoff race. I feel like anytime the Truck Series go to Pocono, it's just like, it's either nothing happens at all or it's total chaos. And I think it's going to be total chaos when we go there for the playoff cutoff. And then you kick off the playoffs at Lucas Oil. I mean, we saw how we saw how it went at Bristol, this year for the Truck Series as a cutoff race to the next round. I mean, it's going to be so crazy. You got the cutoff race for the championship is going to be Bristol, Talladega, and Homestead, that final round before the title race at Phoenix. And I think that is going to be crazy. Trucks are back at Homestead as well, which is great.
Yeah, of course they were not going back there this year, of course, with the Daytona Road Course and the postponement of Auto Club. So that kind of led to that. But yeah, just overall, these two schedules were released. We kind of knew about that was going to happen, but biggest surprise, what are your thoughts about both these schedules? You got to be, because it's got to be exciting.
It's exciting, man. The biggest surprise for me was probably, like we were talking about, Lucas Oil. I mean, I wanted it to happen so bad, and it finally did. So I was so excited to finally just be able to see it official on that schedule. It was so amazing. Like, yes, finally they're headed back there. I think the biggest surprise, kind of out of left field that I didn't really see happening was Trucks to Sonoma. I didn't really think that was going to happen, and it did, but I'm excited about it. I don't think there's any change on either of the schedules where I'm like, any changes that were made, I'm excited about them. I think they're fresh. It's going to be great. And it's nothing too crazy, but it's to the point where it's fresh. It's going to be exciting, and hopefully the fans enjoy it once those races come around.
Big time. Yeah, for sure. It's always going to be fun. It's going to be exciting, and then we'll go from there. All right, RJ Starcevic, always a pleasure to catch up with you, and good to make your debut. I have not been on this, haven't been on with. We've been trying to get you on, but thankfully we did. But thanks for coming on, and you have not seen the last of him. You'll see him later on.
Thank you, man, so much. Glad to be here.